Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.
Welcome everyone to another edition of the world famous Red Pill Chauvinist Show. I'm your braggadocious, your very humble host, the Red Pill Chauvinist. Beautiful scenery, man. Beautiful artwork right here. While I was looking at this artwork, it made me think, or reminded me of something I wanted to speak on. Simply put, you need to learn how to mourn the old you. Meaning you have to mourn, meaning like, you know when something dies and you mourn it, you grieve for it, and then you let that energy dissipate within you. That's what you need to do to the old you. Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about? What you mean RPC old me? What do you... So hold on, so you telling me you're not evolving in life? You're not going through evolutions? Shit, I done said it several times in my videos that I go through evolution damn near every 3 to 5 years of my life. Don't believe me? Alright, I've been doing YouTube almost 3 years now. Go check my first 5 to 10 videos. Then look at my last 5 to 10 videos. And you'll see the evolution or progression. But really though, you gotta learn how to mourn the old you. What I mean by that is, I got dudes telling me, especially dudes who used to be in the street. I mean, we're living in different times now where you could have a nerd talk to you crazy online, but then when you confront them face to face, they got all types of excuses. They're willing to call lawyers, police, and all that. But back in the day, it would have been, hand to hand or whatever. It would have got dealt with right then and there. But I bring them up to say, they tell me that their old self is fighting with their new self, meaning their old self would have just went and punched somebody in their face. Their new self is like, nah, chill. We ain't trying to go to jail. We ain't trying to waste money on no lawyer, bail money, anything like that. So, yo, dude, you got it. But his old self would say, yo, you gonna let him disrespect you like that? You gonna let him talk to you like that? What, like, yo, so you think you gonna let him think that he better than you? That's ego. I did a video on that, how you gotta learn how to control your ego. But in doing so, you gotta remember that you are a different person. You change every 2 to 3 years, like I stated. Now, if you're not changing every 2 to 3 years from knowledge, from gaining knowledge, from reading, meeting people, interacting, then what you really doing with yourself? I told you before, live life live, live life in the present, because the present is a gift. The present is a gift. So you got to treat it as such. So, mourn the old you. You have to learn how to accept the person who you are today. That's the reason why, honestly, that's the reason why I have trouble reconnecting or keeping friendships with people that I was cool with in high school. The person I was 20 years ago is nowhere near the person I am right now. Not to say that I'm completely 100% 180-degree different, like flipped on this on the flip side. But what I'm saying is that's like the iPhone 1 ain't like the newest iPhone. The Android Galaxy 1 ain't like the Android Galaxy 20. Is it still a phone? Can it still make phone calls? Can it still go on the internet? Yeah.
But it's not the same. It's not the same.
You have to accept being crazy. What you talking about, RPC? Now you telling people to go crazy? Nah. See, all right, let me. It's levels to this, right? So when you hear the word crazy, you thinking psychotic. You know what I'm saying? Not in touch with reality, right? Crazy. Cool, I give you that. But what I ask you is, what would you call somebody? Let me say that differently. What would you call the person who, out of 98% of society, believes this and thinks this way, but the 2% of society thinks that way? The 98 group would think that the 2% are crazy, and they would say, "Oh, how you believe that? You got 98 other people that believe otherwise. Like, you crazy?" So what I'm saying is, especially if you're truly red pill minded, you gotta accept being crazy, family. You know what I'm saying? This goes in line with this art mural right here, man. I don't even know what it is. It's a little crazy, but it's beautiful. You heard? It's crazy, but it's beautiful. I mean, that's who you are. You gotta recognize that even though you're not following society's narrative, or because you're not following society's narrative, I mean, people are gonna have things they gonna want to say about you. You know what I mean? I mean, what can you do? You cannot control other people's thoughts. So accept being crazy. They say the opposite of bravery is not cowardice. The opposite of bravery is conforming. That means you accepting the rules that are set before you, as opposed to thinking of it for yourself, finding out why it's good or why it's bad. You know what I mean? So accept being crazy. Mourn the old you. You have to evolve, man, through knowledge, through experience. You have to start to begin to see the world in a different perspective, man, in a different way. Like, stop accepting the way society tells you that you need to accept what's in front of you. All right. You say you don't want no kids right now. You want to travel the world as a man. You want to, read. You know what I'm saying? You don't want a wife right now. You want to focus on yourself. You don't wait till, like, you're at least 40 years old in your late 30s before you even consider marriage. Society will say that you're crazy. If you say, I'm going to focus on myself. I'm not going to focus on getting boxed all the time. I'm going to focus on being the best version of myself. I'm not going to focus on going to the club, you know what I mean? And trying to see how many chicks I could bag when I go to the mall.
They're going to call you crazy.
If you say something like, you know what? I want to practice semen retention. I want to see how long I could go without needing to bust a nut. You know what I mean? I'm tired of being addicted to the porn. Always feeling like every 2 or 3 days I got to bust a nut. So now I'm good. I think I'm going to take like a 45-day fast from that.
They're going to say you crazy.
Which would you rather be? The best version of yourself, or the version that other people want you to be? Now that's crazy in my book. If you're trying to be a version of yourself that's in somebody else's head, yeah, man, go look for some therapy. Mourn the old you, man. I'm not the same. I evolve every 3 years. I'm not the same person I was 3 years ago, 6 years ago, 9 years ago, 10 years ago. I mean, like I said, if you don't believe me, go look at my videos, my first few videos. The way I look, the way I talk, what I'm talking about, different, man. The places I've been, different, man. So change your perspective, change you. Mourn the old you. That's an old version. That's like Nintendo versus the PS5. Are we really still concerned about Nintendo and Atari and Genesis and all that? Yeah, this is a game, but we're in a different part of the game. It's different levels to this. Level up. Throw the NES away. Throw the Super Nintendo away. Throw the they call that Damn, I forgot throw the Neo Geo away for my old heads. We strictly modern, man. We always evolving. So with that said, RPC, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got something out of it. Mourn the old you. Accept that you're crazy.
Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.